That day, it is always on my mind.
26 years after one of the world's worst nuclear disasters, an Oxford, Indiana woman shares her story. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Klein. Today is the 26th anniversary of an explosion that forced hundreds of thousands of people from their homes in what was then the Soviet Union. News Channel 18's Krista Henry reports that an area woman says the day of the Chernobyl nuclear accident is a day that she'll never forget. Krista?
Dan, Connie Shoemaker says she remembers the day like it was yesterday. She says she was sitting out on her balcony enjoying her morning coffee at her apartment in Hahn, Germany when disaster struck.
This is in Germany. This is our apartment.
As Connie Shoemaker sits and looks through old pictures from when she lived in Hahn, Germany, while her husband at the time was in the U.S. military, she relives what she calls one of the most terrifying days of her life.
And I looked up in the sky and I seen some weird looking clouds and I knew that that wasn't right. And it scared me.
The day was April 26, 1986. What Shoemaker says she saw was the aftermath of the nuclear disaster in Chernobyl, Russia.
I ran inside of my apartment and I turned on the radio and the announcer said, "Close all your windows and doors. Chernobyl, Russia has had a nuclear meltdown."
Although she was in Germany at the time, Shoemaker says the gases eventually made their way to where she was living.
I was terrified. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I should do. There was nothing I could do but just wait it out. But the gases were coming our way.
While Shoemaker says she feels blessed to still be alive, still 26 years later in her mid-50s, she lives with pain both mentally and physically.
I found out I have lupus and I have fibromyalgia, and they found it in my 30s, and I asked them, could that be due to what I went through that day, and the doctor said yes. I've had 10 doctors tell me the same thing.
Shoemaker says even though it's painful to relive the day that changed her life forever, she's just thankful to still be alive.
One simple thing changed my life for good, forever. But you know, I'm going to be 54 soon, and I'm happy about it.
Connie Shoemaker says since she found out she had lupus and fibromyalgia, she's been close to death several times with hospice on her side. She says one of the things she's most thankful for is seeing her daughter getting to graduate from high school more than a decade ago because doctors didn't think she would make it. Krista Henry, News Channel 18.